It's Tuesday, the 20th of June. My name's Juan Brown. You're watching the Blanco Lirio channel, and today we're taking a closer look at this near miss that occurred on the 14th of June at Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport during a go-around between American Airlines Flight 2406 and Delta Airlines Flight 1163. This one was close. This incident occurred at Minneapolis-St. Paul's runway 30 left. A Delta Airlines flight was cleared to take off, with an American Airlines 737-800 cleared to land to the same runway. The closure got too close, and so the controller sent the American flight around. Before we get into the details, I want you to listen to this piece of radio communication that led to all the confusion, and let me know what you think you heard. And imagine yourself being busy landing an airplane when you hear this radio transmission.
American 2406, go around right side, runway 30 left.
Yeah, 2406 on the go.
What did you hear? Let's hear that again.
American 2406, go around right side, runway 30 left.
Yeah, 2406 on the go.
That's typical radio interference that you hear in a day of flying out there on flying the line. Did you hear the controller direct the American Airlines flight to go around left side or right side? Did you hear that boop? That was the interference on the frequency. That could have been one of the two aircraft stepping on each other with the microphone, or another aircraft not involved in the go-around stepping on the frequency. What did you hear, left or right? There's the point of confusion, and the American pilot read back the go-around clearance, but he didn't read back the left or the right. Here at the Aviation Herald, they give a good graphic of just how close these two aircraft got laterally, and then we'll look at the ADS-B data to see how close they got vertically during this go-around. So the Delta Airlines Flight 1163, shown in green here, is cleared to take off, fly runway heading, and then eventually given a left-hand turn. The American Airlines Flight 2406, shown in red, is told to go around and fly to the right side, but the pilot hears left side and flies to the left side of the departing Delta aircraft. And right about in here, according to this timestamp, is where the two aircraft pass each other. So, of course, the American Airlines aircraft going around is flying faster than the Delta Airlines flight taking off. So these two aircraft pass each other right about in here at 2903 versus 2904. So right off of the departure, just before the departure end of the runway. Now the report says that these two aircraft came within 850 feet of lateral distance and 250 feet of vertical distance of each other. But look at this Google map. If Delta is located right about here and the American flight is located right about here, that's only about 433 feet of lateral distance when these two aircraft pass. Now the point is, can American Airlines see Delta Airlines? We need to hear from the American Airlines pilot. Did he see or have Delta Airlines in sight this whole time? Him being so close to the Delta Airlines aircraft, I doubt he was able to see the Delta aircraft. And once the Delta aircraft passes under the nose of the American Airlines flight, he's completely out of sight. And the problem is that Delta Airlines has been cleared to turn left right in front of the American Airlines flight. Remember, too, the wingspan of these aircraft is about 115 to 117 feet total wingspan. Regarding the TCAS equipment on board the aircraft, Traffic Collision Avoidance System, the Honeywell system, remember resolution advisories versus traffic advisories. Resolution advisories gives you a resolution to resolve the conflict. A traffic advisory just advises you. The resolution advisories are inhibited below 1,100 feet radio altitude when climbing and below 900 feet radio altitude when descending. So it's not going to give you an RA in this situation this close to the ground. You don't want to get an RA because what if it tells you to RA down right into the ground? So at this point, you're really going to need to rely on a visual acquisition of the two aircraft. And in this particular situation, the weather was plenty good enough to see each other. Now, if these timestamps here are accurate, and we go look at the ADS-B data, right about here is where Delta Airlines is at the closest point where they're passing each other. He's showing a calibrated altitude on this rough ADS-B data of 1,625 feet right here, and a vertical speed of 2,900 feet per minute, and a ground speed of just 167 knots. At this same, but we don't have this timestamp exactly lined up here on Flight Radar 24. That's why we're relying on the other timestamp. And here's the American Airlines flight offset just to the left when the controller actually wanted him to the right, but you could barely hear that over the radio. He's showing 1,750 feet of calibrated altitude, just 100 or so feet apart. Again, this is rough ADS-B data, calibrated altitude, 221 knots, quite a bit of overtake, and a vertical speed of only 384 feet. So the Delta is fixing to climb right up into the American Airlines flight. Delta cannot see this American Airlines flight coming in from behind him. So a very, very close pass on a go-around, all created by some rough radio communication at the beginning of the go-around. We're just one bad radio call away from a major disaster. ATC is clearly understaffed and overworked, and the airports are busier than ever. Pilots need to be as proactive as ever, especially on these go-arounds. I would suggest that you would say something like, I've got the Delta aircraft in sight. I'm going to the left. I have you in sight. No factor. Be proactive in your radio calls and in your flying of the aircraft to get the separation that you need during one of these go-arounds. Thank you so much for your support, especially the folks over on Patreon that make this content possible. See you here.
Delta 1163, no delay on the roll. Fly runway heading, runway 30 left, clear for takeoff.
Alright, fly runway heading, clear takeoff 30 left, Delta 1163.
American 2406, clear to land, runway 30 left, traffic's rolling now 10407.
Clear land, American 2406. Tower, American 2140 with you, ILS 30 left.
American 2140, Minneapolis Tower, continue, traffic holds in position, expect clearance on the 2-mile final, wind 0407.
American 2140, copy.
American 2406, go around right side, runway 30 left.
Yeah, 2406 on the go.
Who's west next now? Southwest, are you number one?
Skywest 3930, 30 left.
Skywest 3930, runway 30 left, line of point.
30 left, line of buoy, Skywest 3930.
Delta 1163, turn left heading 260.
260, Delta 1163.
American 2406, I thought you were going on the right side, sir.
You said left side. Sorry.
American 2406, turn left heading 280.
280, American 2406.
Tower, for Sanctuary 261, you got a time for us?
Delta 1163 on the 260 heading connect departure.
260, departure, Delta 1163.
American 2406, contact Minneapolis departure on 124.7.
24-7, American 2406.
Skywest 3930, fly runway heading runway 30 left, clear for takeoff.